Welcome to Digits. I'm Simon Constable. In a crisis, the truth is one of the first victims. The tweets from Asiana Flight 214 passenger and Samsung executive David Un were among the first pieces of information to emerge from the crash scene at San Francisco Airport. But were they true? And that's the key. That's why we're enlisting the help of Ron Vinson in San Francisco. He is director of San Francisco's media for the city's director of technology. Rob, welcome to Digits. Thank you very much for being here. What's your department's role in making sure that correct information gets out there?
Well, I would like to applaud our colleagues out at San Francisco International Airport. They were really on the front lines as it relates to this devastating plane accident out at SFO. Our role here in the Department of Technology was basically being a resource of just listening and monitoring what people were saying. Obviously now we're in today's world, we are obviously more astute as far as making sure the word gets out on social media channels, and that's how people are communicating. So we were obviously monitoring what people were tweeting about, what people were saying on Facebook, and of course your traditional media outlets.
Now, how do you make sure that things are correct? Because some people put some tweets out or put some posts on Facebook out that they think are correct, but they are mistaken. And some people obviously diabolically do just willfully disseminate bad information. How do you get to the bottom of what's right?
Well, we are actually, we are the city and the county in this case here in San Francisco, and we are the official word as it relates to what information gets out. So when we monitor, we really are monitoring what other people are saying and making sure, whether it's a news outlet or a blogger, or making sure that information that's getting out there is accurate. So I know we feel very confident as far as we will give what we, information out as far as facts and what we know about a situation. But we also are monitoring to make sure that people also have that information right.
Now, you mentioned you got a new tool that helps you track social media. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we've been doing social media for about 5 years now here in San Francisco, and we looking into ways to, how do we not only get more information as far as reports and analytics as it relates to who follows us and how many fans do we have, or what information is more relevant, because content I think is one of the most important things. So what we've been doing is we've been using a tool that's offered through Salesforce.com, and it's called Radiant 6, and it's a tool that actually allows us the ability to listen to what goes on in real time. So we had basically what you call a river of news that we can see what's happening real time and what people are tweeting out, and we can do it based on topic profiles. So we've been using it piloting it for almost a year now, and this is just one event that happened in San Francisco where we were able to use that tool.
Ron, can you give us some examples of where you've seen conflicting information come out such that both pieces cannot be simultaneously correct, and how you dealt with that?
Well, I think one of the most interesting things when you're dealing with these situations is you're getting the news from in first person from eyewitness accounts. And obviously, one of the first things that came out of the accident at the airport was that executive that was from Samsung and his account of what he experienced as a person who's traveling on that particular flight. But as time went on, and we all were listening to that, and we all were following that, because typically all the news media were picking up that one tweet, that one as well as the one that Sheryl Sandberg from Facebook also had put out there. But in hindsight, you can now look. I think the characterizations that we first heard was that there was the airplane did a cartwheel.
Yeah.
And I think that now, in the aftermath, it may not have been necessarily could have been characterized as a cartwheel. But again, I think the important piece was, as a city, we monitor that kind of thing, and we use that as part of, whether it's part of the rescue attempts or if it's part of an investigation. I think that social media is very valuable in that way.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're doing great work there. Thank you very much, Ron Vinson of San Francisco's Director of Media Office for the City of San Francisco. We appreciate your time, sir.
Great. Thank you.
I'm Simon Constable, and that was Digits.